What is up, guys, and welcome back. Today we are checking out the Victrix Pro BFG Reloaded from Turtle Beach. This is $209 for this Pro controller. The Reloaded version does add a couple of nice features over the older version, which you can probably find for a little bit cheaper. Let's go ahead and see if those differences are worth going for that increased $200 price point. The biggest difference with the Reloaded model is that they now include Hall effect thumbsticks as well as Hall effect triggers, but otherwise a lot of the things are going to be very similar. But I will say I do really like that this controller does feature a modular layout that you can easily customize with the included tool here that comes in this fancy little carrying case. And one of the things that Victrix has been known for is to be able to swap your modules around, change the orientation of your sticks and D-pad so that you can have an Xbox layout or a PlayStation layout, depending on who you are and what you prefer. Another thing that's nice is that you do have 3 flavors of this controller. So you have Xbox and PlayStation, and both controllers work on PC. But if you go for the PC exclusive version, not only is it cheaper, but it also offers a 1000 hertz polling rate if you plan on playing wired most of the time. Now, they will all come with this wireless dongle, which obviously, your polling rate while using it wireless is not going to be as high as using it wired. But if you do plan on using it wired most of the time and play on PC, you're best off going with the PC version. Let's do a quick tour around the controller. So we have our face buttons and thumbstick and D-pad up front, of course. This side, you can't change the orientation. This side you cannot, but you can swap this side for that fight stick module. Your touchpad up top, your contextual buttons, depending on, if you're playing on console or PC. And then this is just another extra button. I believe you can use that to program on the fly. Then we have your profiles button, wireless versus wired mode. And then you have your back buttons here. You have 4 back buttons to choose from, and they are super comfortable to use. And then you also have your trigger stops. Now, frankly, my biggest gripe with this controller is actually the trigger stops. So let me show you how these work. You press your triggers down normally, right? Well, if I want to enable the trigger stop, not pressed, I'm going to go ahead and click this. This is going to enable the shortest trigger stop, right? It just doesn't feel or sound very premium. Like, it's okay. To deactivate the trigger stop, you're going to want to hold this button, or not button, but this switch, and then press down and then let go of the switch. And then the trigger stop resets. It's not a terrible mechanism. And yes, it is customizable. Like, you can pull it down slightly, pull this switch, and now the trigger stop is only active like halfway. But like, there's no like surefire way to do it to like really quickly and easily match them up. I just wish that it had 3 settings, off, halfway, and on. That's what I would have preferred. But it's just a very strange implementation, and I'm not too sure why they would do that with all these multiple steps. That's probably my least favorite thing about the controller. As far as my dislikes, it's a pretty short list. Everything else about this controller I do like, and there is one, I'm not going to say con, but another thing that I would have liked to see is mechanical face buttons, because these buttons, they definitely feel membraney, and they feel maybe slightly better than like your standard PlayStation controller, but they don't feel too much better. The D-pad is really good. You do have 3 different D-pad options in the box as well. And then the battery life is rated at 20 hours. But otherwise, the thumbsticks have a really nice feel. You do have a taller thumbstick option for one of your sticks in the box, as well as a domed thumbstick option, and a 3.5mm jack that does have like some enhanced premium Sony 3D audio for use on PlayStation, USB port at the top, and then your mode switch for PC, PS4, and PS5. And that is pretty much it as far as a tour around the controller. The bumpers, these are nice. Yeah, the normal triggers I like, but I don't necessarily love the sound. But again, if there's a weak point about this controller, I would say it's the trigger sound and feel. They do feel a little cheap for, again, a $210 controller. The back buttons though, these are really comfortable to hit. So I do enjoy using the back buttons on this controller. And obviously the modularity is nice as well. But basically, guys, I really do like this controller. The grips are super comfortable, and my hands actually don't get super clammy while using it. The rear grips, even though it is only slightly textured and rubberized compared to the front, where this is way more textured, I actually don't get clammy hands on this controller and sweaty hands. So it's pretty nice. It's very comfortable. I can use it for long sessions without any issues. But let me know if you guys have any other questions about the Victrix Pro BFG Reloaded. What a name. That's a long name, right? But this has been a pretty good controller. $210. Let me know if you guys think it's worth it, and I'll see you guys in the next video.